What's up, tea steepers? Or should I say buongiorno? Because I am here in Italy for the week, if the lemon printed table didn't give it away. I'm here on vacation with my mom, and we thought it would be fun to go to a tea shop here in Florence. I have no idea what we're gonna find, but I'm hoping we'll maybe find some teas with Italian ingredients or based off of Italian culture. So follow along and let's go on a tea adventure together. I'm on my way to La Via del Tè. This is an Italian-owned tea company that was founded in 1961. Now, their first store that they ever opened was here in Florence, so we're in their hometown. They now have 2 additional Florence locations, including a tea room where they do afternoon tea. You bet I'm going to be checking that place out after this and doing a video on it, so subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss what Italian afternoon tea looks like. What really stood out to me about La Via del Tè, though, when I was doing my research, was they're a family-owned business. So the grandchildren of the original founder are now involved in the business, and we've got 3 generations of passionate Italian tea drinkers behind La Via del Tè. I'm excited to see what they have inside their store. Stepping in here is like walking into a tea lover's fairy tale. They have these huge canisters of tea on shelves lining the walls all around the store. They also have their tea blends in little jars that you can smell so you can see which flavors you like. And they have this classical music that's playing on the speakers that's just so dreamy and elegant. So all of the senses are invited to play here. What really caught my eye was this colorful collection of 6 teas called the Firenze collection, Firenze meaning Florence. I stopped and asked Isabella, who works here, if she could explain more about these teas. Hello, tea steepers. We're here in La Via del Tè, the Way of Tea, in Florence, Italy. This is a beautiful tea store, and I'm here with Isabella, and she's going to be talking about their Florence-inspired collection, where each tea is related to a piece of Florentine history. So let's talk about the first tea.
Yeah, it has a base of green tea. The blend is called Appuntamento sul Ponte Vecchio Bridge. It is famous for as a place for romantic dates. That's why you have a sweet mix of strawberries and pear inside of it.
This first one is inspired by the Ponte Vecchio, the romantic bridge where lovers are meeting. So let's give it a smell. Oh, wow. So the strawberry flavor really comes through. It's sweet and fruity, and it really is romantic. And this is a green tea, so very light and delicate.
Il segreto dei Medici is connected with a secret recipe of the family Medici. It was served with curd, and it is a mix of green tea and jasmine and chocolate.
This next tea is the secret of the Medici. So the Medici family was very powerful and influential in Florence, and they had this chocolate with jasmine that they would give out at their very famous parties. Let's give it a smell. Oh, wow. So definitely getting the chocolate right away, and then immediately after you get the jasmine. And this feels fancy. Like, it feels like I want to be at an Italian party. I love it.
Then we have Il Sogno di Michelangelo. It is inspired by the David, the statue of the David, and the ingredients are connected with our culinary history. Pine kernels, raisins used in our cakes, and chestnut because it was ingredients of poor people in the ancient times.
Next we have this song of Michelangelo, famous artist, sculptor. He created the David that's displayed here in Florence. And like Isabella was saying, this tea has notes of chestnut, which is very common for, the working class in Italy. This kind of tastes like Christmas time with like the roasted chestnut. It's an oolong tea, so not quite as like strong and robust as the black tea.
It's sweet.
Then we have three black blends. Leggenda di Boboli is connected with the Pitti Palace and its beautiful garden. There appeared in some way a special fruit, a citrus fruit, and that's why Leggenda di Boboli has a mix of black teas and citrus fruits, very intense.
Next, we have the Legend of the Boboli. So this is the tea where, we're in the palace gardens and all of a sudden a new citrus tree kind of starts producing fruit and, we're not sure what it is. Let's see what it smells like. Wow, that is really fruity, really forward on the citrus. It's kind of like a wake-up call. Like it feels very energizing. Like one sniff of this and I'm like ready to go explore the world. Very nice.
Il Mistero della Venere has fig and almond in its mix because it is connected of the story of the beautiful painting of Botticelli, Il Mistero della Venere, and fig and almonds were ingredients of our cakes in the past because they were easy to maintain.
Next, we have the Mystery of Venus, inspired by the Birth of Venus famous painting. She's our goddess of love and beauty. So, like Isabella was saying, this tea has fig and almond, as a tribute to this goddess. So the fig really comes through and the almond is kind of subtle. I'm really excited to try this one because it comes across as very complex. Like if I didn't know that this was fig and almond, I would maybe have, a hard time identifying it. So this is kind of a mysterious tea, like the Mystery of Venus.
And the last one, the purple color, it is Santa Maria del Fiore, our cathedral, and it is an homage to our Chianti wine.
And lastly, we have Santa Maria del Fiore. So Santa Maria is a very famous cathedral here in Florence. And, what do we know Italy for? It's red wine and it's white wine and all of its wine, honestly. But in Florence, we're close to Tuscany, and there's a lot of red wines made in that area. So this tea has red grapes in it and red fruits. So let's see what it smells like. This kind of tastes like wine. It smells like wine. I'm excited to brew this because I feel like it's gonna taste like, really juicy and fruity.
Thanks to Isabella, I learned a little bit more about Florence's history and I made my tea purchase and I'm excited to bring them home.
Okay, so we're back from La Via del Te, and as you can tell from this spread in front of me, I went crazy in that store. I absolutely loved it. So first we have the Firenze Sampler Kit. This has the 6 teas that we talked about that have the Florentine flavors and inspiration on important figures. So really excited that I have all 6 of them. I had a feeling though that I was really gonna like the Michelangelo and the Medici teas from the collection, so I bought extras. In general, I really love dessert teas, so the one with the chestnuts and then this one with the chocolate and the jasmine, I knew right away when I smelled them that I needed more. They had a zodiac themed tea collection, so I got the Aries one because I'm an Aries. And then lastly, the 2 green teas that are grown here in Italy. I got the Aria and the Asolo. Now the Aria is flavored green tea with fruits and flowers, and the Asolo is just plain green tea. I am so excited to dive into these. I'm going to be doing a part 2 where I sample the entire Firenze collection, so be sure to subscribe so you get notified when that video comes out, and thank you so much for tuning in. Ciao, until next time.